Mama Purple sightseeing, 1 o'clock news, January New Year message by the Gothic dolphin whalefish in loving memory of our sweet whale that came up the river. She's now in the museum, and I do believe you'll eventually be able to see her bones. She gave herself to awaken us to the fact that maybe sound warfare, if you hadn't noticed, would be affecting us. There are a strange amount of people on the planet now with AIDS, deafness, cancer, and the immune system of our planet is shaking, and we don't underestimate the greenhouse effect. So we need all constitutions to give up arms trading and look at eco-trading, to save our human race, to evolve our human race and work with the animals, the whales, the elephants, the dolphins, the cattle, the sheep, the pigs, the cows, the chickens we work with, because they've all had various diseases. We've had the fear of the flu epidemic with the birds, we've had the foot and mouth disease with the cows, we've had salmonella with the chickens and our animals, and now they're saying that some of the fishes in the sea are getting problems, and the whales and dolphins are beaching themselves because of. So we must protect our animals and protect our earth and protect our bodies and protect ourselves. And we're just going to walk up to the Millennium Wheel and see the exhibitions here. Star Wars, a great story. Star healing is what we need. And this is what the celestial message was from Tavistock Square, to tune into the celestial, spiritual side of angelicness, where a lot of filmmakers, artists, musicians, great people across history have lived in London, architects, writers, Dickens, Shakespeare, and here we have a Dali exhibition we're going to finish up today as we walk up to the great Millennium Wheel, made by some incredible designers. And you can ride on this wheel and look down and up the river at the incredible history of our dolphin port. If you climb up St. Paul's Cathedral, you also get an incredible knowledge and history of the history of our dolphin city. Dolphins being the symbol of peace. Sadly, we're still arms trading. We're calling upon the dolphin image this year to interlink with the poets, musicians and artists and peacemakers to ask once again the royal family, the Royal Masonic Order and the royal politicians to really stop wars and stop arms trading and look at saving our earth before disasters happen, as New Orleans flooded. We've noted that we do need here's Dali's art, and again if you look up here, there's the golden dolphin looking across our city, which protects all the flags of the United Nations. At the aquarium where you can see fishes of all types, and there's a big message here up here to protect the shark. Many animals are seen as very deadly. It says here sharks, hunters or prey, but as we punned on it at Tavistock Square, the deadliest animal on earth has become a human. The leaders of some tribes of humans are the only species on earth to leave mass desecration, leaving the other tribe in refugee villages in poverty and in prisons and in starvation and in disability. No other animal will kill without needing it for food. So we're asking the tribal elders and the tribal leaders of all nations to stop into tribal warfare, Christian to Muslim, Muslim to tribal, and through the European Union, International Union, and the ambassadors for peace and mediation to information to share the warfare. So if you're anywhere, could you have an international tea party for peace? And say no to guns warfare. Dali was a unique, incredible dreamer, artist, and he said our duty as human beings is to be blessed with our imagination, the miracle of life, and be unique, be individual, make a difference, be creative, as the millennial creators did, as Dali did, as the great architects who built these sculptures above us, and these buildings, as these bridges, as these pavements, and the people who make the buns and the coffee, and the people that make the toilets, especially we do need, and even the hot dog makers and the hat makers, and all the creative people who give us things to interact with. In the 1 o'clock, one love, one nation, one revelation of the sculpturing, we'd like to wish you come out there and do something you haven't done before that's creative, wonderful and interesting. At past war and international time, take your golden egg, your creativity, and protect the children of our earth. Bye.